Hey, what's up guys? Jeremy Atkinson here. Welcome to another video. In this video, I want to briefly go through a process of creating a funnel. This is going to be a very basic, straightforward funnel, and one of the reasons I'm making this video is to show you guys how this is possible, and it is very easy, and how it, I guess, why it should be easy instead of going a very complicated route. But we're basically gonna build a funnel, and the funnel is going to be an e-commerce funnel. Okay, so we're gonna actually sell a physical product with an upsell, and I'm going to show you guys how that's very easy and why it should be kept easy. Okay, so the funnel is going to be very basic. If at the beginning you have people coming from an ad or Facebook or Google or wherever it may be, they are going to come into your main landing page, right? And this page is where you're going to have your offer. Okay, we're going to keep it super simple. It's just going to be for a product. People may be able to pick multiple quantity of them, and if they buy the offer, we're going to have a little upsell. For people that, excuse my drawing here, if they buy this offer, we're going to offer an upsell. Okay, and then following the upsell, they'll get to thank you or the confirmation page. Okay, if they don't take this upsell, if they say no, they'll still get to the same thank you confirmation page. Okay, so it's really basic. This is step one, which is just the offer, a single product, and we'll have multiple quantity of them. Step two is going to be the upsell, and then step three is going to be your thank you page. Now, to keep this very basic and simple, we're actually going to source our products from Amazon. And as a concept, one quick thing I want to share with you guys before we get into building the funnel. I've had a lot of people who've asked me question of, they want to build a funnel to sell physical products, and they ask me about sourcing, and they ask me about distribution, and they ask me hey, where's the best place I can get this product for really low price and get a huge quantity of them. And the first thing I highly recommend to everybody is, before you ever go out and order some a pallet of this product or whatever from China or something and fork out a bunch of money, before you ever do that, you need to validate the product, right? You need to know for certain that people want this product and that you are able to find the audience that wants this product, and the price that you can offer it out. All those things need to be validated. So let me write this down. So price needs to be validated. The product needs to be validated. Your funnel itself needs to be validated, and your targeting or your audience, where you're getting people who have interest in buying from you, all this stuff needs to be validated. Okay, all that stuff right there. Okay, so we're going to go through this process, but the key that I recommend, and let me refresh this here. The key that I recommend to everybody in an effort to validate and ensure that you do have the right product and everything else before you're just forking out a bunch of money to buy a huge order from China or Korea or something like that, is honestly just sourcing from Amazon. Okay, now, that's not complex. We're not talking Amazon FBA, anything like that. All we're doing is you go to Amazon. Actually, what you're going to do, so we have our little funnel again, right? This is our offer, this is our upsell, and this is our thank you, right? Thank you, this is our upsell, and this is our main offer form, right? And then we're sourcing traffic to bring people into this. Okay, if somebody comes here and buys a product from you, when they buy, then you go buy it on Amazon. Does that make sense? In the example I'm going to give here, we're going to sell a taser, right? This is what we're going to use. Okay, this is not my product. This is somebody else's. I don't know if this is the best price, best quality, all that. It doesn't matter. This is just an example. Okay, I'm going to build a funnel. I'm going to build a funnel where people can come from Facebook or Google or wherever, and then click here to buy this taser, this stun gun. If somebody buys it here, then I will go buy it on Amazon, and then when I ship it, I'll just use my Amazon Prime, and I will ship it to them. Okay, does that make sense? So if they buy, and I'll get a little bit more detail into this. So let's see, this is $12. What if I go into my funnel, and again, our goal is validating. Our goal is not making tons of money or profit or anything yet. Okay, What if I price this at 15 bucks? Okay. And you're like, well, Jeremy, if you price it at 15 bucks and this is $12, that's only $3 in difference. You're going to be breaking even, in a best case scenario, and probably going into the hole a little bit when you're, paying for ads. So like it basically gives me like $3 here that I can pay for an ad to sell this $15 product that costs $12 on Amazon. I use my Amazon Prime for free shipping to get it to them, and that breaks even at best. This may cost more. This may cost $5. This may even cost $7, $8, $10, right? The point of all this is to validate the product. Again, you're getting somebody to, instead of surveying and saying like, hey, if I sold this stun gun, if I sold this taser, would you buy it? Like, people are going to say yes because it's a little bit of a survey bias. Like, they want to say yes to you because you're surveying them, right? Instead, like the best way to find out is to actually offer it. So then people will actually click on your ad and come through and buy if it's the right price, if it's the right product, if they like it, everything else, right? So that's going to be our goal right there, is just to test this product. Later on, when you've had enough people who have bought this, like maybe you had 100 people that bought it in 2 weeks or something, then you can see like, hey, this was validated. Like, people like this product, they like it at this price, they like my funnel. And then that may make sense for you to now do a little bit more due diligence or research and go into sourcing your product in China, where you can get this product for $2-3 and you can make a lot more money on it, right? But this is going to be the goal. So again, you advertise wherever, but our first offer here is going to be for the taser at 15. Then we're going to have an upsell. Now, of course, in the funnel, people will only ever see this upsell if they bought here on this main offer. And our upsell we're going to have is right here. It's a little thing of pepper spray. This is $10. That's how much they charge right here. If you can, I do want to try and make maybe a little bit of money on an upsell. So I'll actually offer this at, maybe I'll offer this at 15 as well. Okay, I don't know. I haven't thought through a ton of process in terms of pricing strategy and everything here, and that's not my goal here. My goal is to show you guys how you can build this 3-step funnel. Again, first step is the order form, second step is the upsell, and third step is the thank you. You can build this, and it's very, very easy. Okay, this is not complex. It's very straightforward. Okay, so this is going to be the taser or the stun gun. This is going to be the pepper spray, and this is going to be the thank you page. Okay, I'm going to show you how this is very, very basic, very easy to do. And then after we've done that, I may show a couple little cool bonuses, a couple little things that you can add into your funnel once it's up and live and done and everything, to kind of help take it to the next level. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, we're going to keep it super basic, super easy. Out of the gate, we are actually just going to click create custom funnel. Okay, and this is going to be a stun gun example funnel. Okay, we'll just tag it as an example. And it starts us out at our first page. We don't want this to be an opt-in page because, again, this is a page where somebody can actually come through and buy. So we're going to make sure this is a order form page. Okay. In this example, most of my funnels I build, I usually actually have my funnels starting from scratch. But there is a particular functionality that I want to have in this funnel that we're going to use, and that's a 2-step order form, which is going to be right here. And I'll explain why we want to do that in a few minutes here, because there's just a really cool benefit that comes from having a 2-step order form instead of just a regular form. Okay, so we click that, we'll get into it. We're going to just quickly restyle just a little bit of this. We're not going to get all complex with it or anything. Okay, this would be where you'd have your logo. I don't really care about a logo right now. I'll just let's see, we'll just make it white, and we'll just say we'll just call it self-defense products. Okay, something like that. I don't know. We can even make it a cool font if you want. I think we have a this one looks cool. Okay, self-defense products. Okay, let's get rid of this. Again, we're going to be really, really scrappy. Our focus is just let's get something up here really quick. If somebody needed help, it could be support@yourdomain.com. We'll just leave that where it is. Okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go into Amazon. We're going to say, so I don't want this stuff. I don't care about Viper Tech, blah, 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 micro stun gun, rechargeable with LED flashlight. Okay. So I'm going to come in here and say, let's see, 430 million See, I know this industry really well, and some of this honestly is a little bit misleading. 430 million what? Right? The answer is 430 million volts, but what people don't know is the voltage is actually not like the power like of a stun gun. We're like, holy mac, 430 million volts. It's actually the amperage that speaks to how powerful something is. Once you are above a million volts or higher, it's all very much the same. It's kind of like a camera. Like if you buy a 5 megapixel camera versus a 7 megapixel camera, that 2 megapixel increase is way more significant than like an 11 megapixel camera versus a 13 megapixel, if that makes sense. So a little bit of technical jargon, but basically we're going to come in here and we're going to say 430 million volt high powered handheld stun gun. Let's actually change this. Let's military grade. It's funny. Some people use military grade as a wording thing, as a name. It really doesn't mean anything because there's no such thing as like something that's military grade versus not. But it's kind of fun. I don't know. We'll mess around with it. So military grade, 430 million volt high. I just want to take care of this once so I don't keep having this bugging me when I'm trying to save. Okay, and let's just do self-defense products and stun gun. Okay, something like that, right? Now we're going to have a little bit of descriptive information. We can, again, for the purposes of being very scrappy, being very quick about this, we can just grab this stuff from Amazon. Okay, this has 482 reviews, so they get a lot of people to come through and buy this. So I'm fine right now, just trusting the points that they've made. Right. So I'm going to grab this right here. I'll come into here and I'll paste it. Okay. Powerful micro stun gun with LED flashlight, powerful size stun gun at half the size, blah, blah, blah. They made all these points. Okay, I don't need the rest of these. Well, they even have a lifetime warranty. That's good. Okay, so we'll save that. And I think I'm actually going to switch this. I think this is a cool enough product that I think the image can really help sell the product, and I'd rather have the image in the kind of the top fold of this funnel here. So for the image, again, being really, really scrappy, focused on that, I'm actually just going to, let's see if I can, if we click on it, it expands. Okay, I'm actually just going to grab that, drag it off to my desktop. Okay, we're going to keep it really simple. Just going to go ahead and paste this in here, and I know I'm going fast through building. My goal in this funnel is not to like show all the intricate detail of how to build a funnel. I'm just showing like at a higher level, like how to build a funnel, keeping it very basic, right? Like we don't need to get super, romantic and complex about everything. Okay, so we have that. I probably want some kind of description here. I'm sure they have a good juicy one we can scroll down into here. Come down here. So it really packs a punch. Just test firing this unit when the stop attack has bright. Okay, let's just grab this, and I'm going to take the name of it out of there. Okay, so this, we'll say this high powered micro stun gun really packs a punch. Okay, we'll just leave it at that, right? Something basic like that. We have some speaking points. Sure, we'll do a 30-day money-back guarantee. I'm trying to remember. I had a little hack I used to put in here, some cool wording that. It's free shipping. This is where I want to mention this. Okay, now I'm only personally claiming free shipping because this right here is an Amazon Prime product, and I have Prime, so when people are buying it in my funnel, I'm going to buy this one and fulfill it there, right? Does that make sense? So I'm going to put in here orders, all U.S. orders include free 2-day shipping. Okay. And let's see if we can make this just a little bit smaller. Okay, so we'll do it like that. What else do we want? I want to see if we can make this stick out a little bit more. Let's try and do, we'll see how this works in just a second here. Let's go advanced. Again, this is, I don't want that. I want letter spacing. Nope. Padding, there it is. Okay. 10. Whoop, maybe not 10. How about 5? Okay. Something like that, right? Now we'll move this where it's nice and snug right up to that. Okay. So instead of just saying like enter your information, that is an obvious type of thing, you know. It's honestly, I feel like a little bit of waste space. But we'll just include this, like all U.S. orders include free 2-day shipping. Okay. Let's see what else. We can change this background. I went and found a cool background a little bit ago that I've used for some other stuff. So that's how I just already have some stuff in place, but kind of a cool little, you know, military-esque background. I actually want to have these, if I can find it really quick. Opacity. I don't know if that's the one that changes it or not. No, that's a rollover opacity. I don't know. We'll leave it like that anyway. So we have our points here. There's the form. Anything else that we should include in here? There may be a case for some other good products to be in there. Let's see. Not products, sorry. Other images. Like this one right here, showing them that it plugs right into the wall. That's kind of a cool little feature. Okay, so we'll grab that. And I don't want that one because I'm not super, yeah, we'll get this case and I'll show you a cool thing we can do with this case while we're in this here. Okay. Where do we want to show those images? Let's bring, let's see. Do I want them here? Nah, okay, let's bring these images down here, okay? We're gonna create, let's see, we have 2 images. Yeah, well, I guess we'll just do 2 for now, okay? So we're gonna have one image over here. Where's my image thing? There it is. Okay, go ahead and copy that, drag it over. So again, like I'm just trying to be really scrappy, just trying to grab some stuff that's already existing from Amazon, and then I can just throw it in this funnel. Like people have already gone through and done a good amount of, you know, the heavy lifting to have good images and everything else, and I can just drop those into my funnel. And again, like with the goal of this funnel being, you know, validating a product to know for certain if a product is worth, like me ordering a large quantity of them and everything else, I want to keep this process very easy, very straightforward. And so I don't really get super concerned about, you know, making a incredibly, you know, gorgeous looking funnel and everything else. So just grab a couple images. I'll have some little descriptions here. I'm sure on Amazon they probably have descriptions talking about how it just plugs into the wall and everything. They talk about carrying case. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, just my own little design preference there. Okay, let's come over here. What do they say about the case and stuff? Let's see. I don't know that they do say anything. Okay, well we'll just say something real quick then. Okay, we'll grab this so we can have the same consistent font and size and everything, and we'll drag it under here, and then we're gonna have another one over here. The micro stun gun conveniently, I can't spell, conveniently charges directly into your power outlet via the charging prongs built into the stun gun itself. No need for cords, adapters, or special plugs. Just plug it directly into your outlet, and in 4 to 5 hours you are ready to go with a full charge. Okay, and then we can also say one added bonus of our high-powered micro stun gun is our, and I don't know what this material is, our, I don't know, our tactical carry case. Using this carry case, you can have quick access to your stun gun right at your, right on your belt, I guess, right on your belt. Never waste time when you need fast access for your own protection, or I don't know, something like that. I'm not really thinking, through this super, comprehensively. I'm just trying to get something up there that's quick and easy. Okay, so those are images that we have there. Anything else that we want to add in here? Let's see, what else do they have here? Certainly bring an attacker down. When an attacker is touched by the stun gun, it will disrupt the main. Holy mac, okay. So let's grab, we'll just grab this, okay? And then we will paste this right here. Okay, and we'll paste that in there. Micro stun gun conveniently charges directly into your power outlet. Wait, that's the stuff I just had. Let me copy this again. Okay, when an attacker is touched by the stun gun, it will disrupt the message. I like that language right there. That's pretty sweet. Disrupt the message. The brain sends the voluntary muscles. Some touching will deliver a high voltage shock, causing loss of balance and muscle control. And let's underline that. So we're just trying to put on a little bit more of the sizzle into this. Okay, let's maybe make this one a little bit bigger. Okay. Anything else we want to have? Let's reduce this padding right here. And actually, let's come down here, reduce this 1 to 2. Let's go 15 on each. And we'll actually, this will look good. So we'll actually make this, do kind of a little gray thing and make this black, okay? I don't know, I'm just kind of messing around, trying to figure out what works, what jives well, but I'm keeping it basic. Like, I'm not trying to get, super in-depth, concerned about any of this, okay? So keeping it super basic. I'm going to have one thing that I noticed in here that's probably good for us to have anyway, is right here. It says, due to restriction in some states, county, and city laws, we do not ship to the following locations: Hawaii, Massachusetts, all those, okay? I don't know the technical aspect of, actually restricting, let's go right here. I don't know the technical aspect of actually restricting shipment against those states. That's going to be a little bit more complex. Instead of restricting, I'd probably just change my language a little bit. So I'd say, that people need to, be responsible. Like, we're not responsible for their actions they take when they're using this product. Something like that. I don't know. So let me paste this in here. Due to restrictions in some states, county and city laws. Let's actually just change this. I don't want to have that. I'll I'll just say we are not responsible for the use of this product nor the legality of it within any specific city, county, or state. I don't know, something like that, okay? I'm obviously not a lawyer, I'm just kind of throwing something together here. But this is the kind of information, again, that like you want to be able to like get good enough at this stuff that you can be, scrappy about it though. Like, we're not trying to, spend weeks or months at a time building a funnel. We're trying to make something very basic that we can have up and running. Okay, so self-defense products, here's our support thing if they wanted to put that in. So it's like, I don't know, selfdefenseproducts.com. I don't own this domain, but we're just throwing something together, right? So we have our text here, some description stuff, we have an image, a few good bullets there. We have our 100% money back guarantee for the first 30 days. And actually, if I was doing this in real life, I would not put this in here at all, because people are ordering through Amazon, or like when people buy from me, I'm now fulfilling through Amazon, and I actually don't want to deal with that. But you could have a guarantee in if you wanted to do that. It's actually not something that I would do, but let's reduce this just a little bit. Okay, so we have all this info. Now I'm going to bring up really quick the reason why I want to use a two-step form, and I'm going to customize this, of course, because I'm not selling a book. The cool functionality in here is when somebody comes to this funnel, they've basically broken out like two sections of what people are going to complete in the funnel. So the first section is shipping, where they're going to put in their name, their email, their phone number, and their shipping address, and then they click go to step 2, and step 2 will be the billing info. Now the really cool functionality about this is if you put in the shipping info, if somebody's coming through and they complete all this stuff and then they get to billing and they do not complete the billing info all the way, if they leave your funnel, you still captured email and phone number. So I could write an email, have it be part of this funnel, have it automated, and have it function such that if somebody comes through and they complete this portion but they don't complete billing and they leave, they get an email that says like, hey, we noticed that you were on the page, you had interest but you didn't buy. We want to make sure to give you another chance at buying while we still have this available, right? You could do something like that. Or even better, if you're starting out with this, and this may feel uncomfortable for some people, but it's something I highly recommend. When they put in their info, if they again complete all this but they come to billing and they do not complete that, like, you should actually just call them up. You're not going to call them up and try and push a sell on them, but call them up just to very soft and subtly find out why they didn't buy. Again, like, not so that you can push them to buy, but just in terms of learning, like, you can totally be transparent with them. Like, hey, I just built this and put it up online. I'm trying to get some sales, but I was just curious, like, why you didn't buy. And then just listen. Then just be quiet and listen. You'll be amazed what people will say. Like, some people will say, like, oh, I was gonna buy one, but then I wanted to talk to my my friend because he might want one, and so that's why they didn't buy, right? And when you capture information like that, when you learn that, then you realize, like, oh man, so like somebody was going to buy one of them, but then they weren't sure, so they were going to ask another friend. I'm like, what if inside this page, what if I included a button that said, like, do you want to send like this page or send a link of this to a friend? Click here to do that or whatever, right? Like, so you can start building in functionality to resolve people's concerns. Okay. This is kind of a touchy product being a stun gun, but maybe somebody has a concern of like, oh, I'm not sure if this is legal or not, where I'm at, or do I need a permit for this or whatever? Like, you could have copy or something that helps, walk people through those problems so they can get the answers while they're here in the funnel, and then you can still be able to get the purchase. So I highly recommend you do that. And again, that functionality is possible if somebody comes through and completes step 1 of the form but does not complete step 2. You can follow up with them. You can email them. You can call them. You have that information available to you. Okay. So now we're going to click in here so we can edit this. So we're going to show step 1, and then we're going to show step 1 settings. And this is where I change this wording. So this is going to be shipping. And then I'm going to say where to ship your stun gun. Okay. And we have name, email, phone number, shipping, address, Go to step 2, and I'm going to come up here and then hide. And then I'm going to click show step 2. So now you can see what step 2 looks like. And I'm going to say show step 2 settings. Okay, so this is going to be your info, your billing info. Instead, there's little tweaks you can make in a funnel. I'm trying as much as I can to make it not feel like people are buying stuff. Like people, well, let me clarify that. People love to buy stuff. People don't like to be sold to, if that makes sense, right? Like there's a literal like physiological change that happens in your body when you buy stuff. You get a little hit of dopamine. It's the same kind of physiological thing that happens when you have like a task list and you accomplish a task and you check it off. Like you get a little shot of dopamine that feels good. Okay, I still want that to happen, but I want to try and do anything I can to soften, them feeling like they're being sold to, if that makes sense. So in this little subtle example where this says your billing info, I'll just say product selection. Okay. They are still going to be putting in their credit card and stuff, but I don't have to call it billing info if I don't need to. Okay, does that make sense? So shipping, where to ship your stun gun, your info. Okay, so I have that, and then we'll have item, price, credit card, and I'll take care of that stuff in a minute here. But that pretty much gives us our little form that we need to have here. Okay, and I think this stuff is about it. I may end up adding in like another section. Let's see. Well, I'm not going to do it now, but you could add in another section that says like hurry, we only have this pricing available for 2 more days or something. If you had like a sense of urgency thing, you can come in here and you could add in a countdown timer or something, or maybe there's a quantity limit. There's only 47 left at this price or something. Like there's different things you could do for that, but for now we're going to keep it pretty simple. This is pretty much how the funnel looks, how it is, and so that's the first step of the funnel. So again, right here is the first step, and that's the biggest step in the funnel, is accomplishing that. Actually, I do want to have one other thing. Let me show you this really quick. And this is a cool thing that I've actually done in selling similar products to these, right? So we have this taser right here. Here's the taser, and they get a little pouch thing with a little carry case, right? One of the really cool things that we can do, when people are going to come through this funnel, we want to try and make as much money as we can off of everybody that comes through, okay? Which happens by having little upsells and things like that. We don't want to be pushing them too hard, but if we don't offer an upsell, then it's like impossible for somebody to take us up on it, if that makes sense, right? Like if I'm only selling my $15 thing, it's obviously impossible for somebody to pay more than $15, right? And unless you're dealing with product quantities or whatever. But one of the cool things we can do is in this product here, when somebody buys it from us and we ship it to them, all these products come with this carrying case, right? Now what we can do is we could actually have here at the bottom what's called a bump order. I'm sure you guys have probably seen that. It's a little flashy upsell basically at the bottom of this form. I'll show you what this looks like here, okay? I'm going to click back into here, and that's going to be on step 2. It doesn't show up until you get to step 2, okay? And so it's called an order bump. Let me go to advanced right here. And it says toggle order bump. You can say show it or hide it. I do want to show it. And what this is basically going to be, we're going to offer an upsell. We're going to say, here you can buy this taser for $15. And if you pay an extra $5, we'll also include a carrying case with it, right? Now the cool thing about this is when we're selling this here in the funnel and then we're buying it, when somebody pays us, we're now buying it in Amazon and shipping it out to people. When we do that, we're going to ship all these right out to people. We're not going to ship it to us and then ship it to them. We're going to ship it directly to them. And so every single person who ever buys is going to get a carrying case with it. The cool thing is if we offer it as an upsell, like as a little bump offer, for the people that take the upsell, they'll be expecting the carrying case and they get it and they're happy. And the people that did not, take us on the upsell will get the carrying case anyway, and they'll be a little bit surprised, a little bit of a bonus. So we do want to include something cool like that because it gives us the opportunity to make an extra $5, in this funnel. And in the example I gave here, where we're just trying to validate a concept. If we're selling it at 15 and we actually source it for 12, and if we got our ads ideally at something like $3, that's a break even. So we don't make any money. But if we had this little bump order, maybe we make $5, right? Or maybe, with that additional $5 thing, because this is now $20, maybe that gives us a little bit more money to spend in our Facebook ad to hopefully recoup our costs there. So that's kind of what we're going to do. So we're going to come in here, and so this is the bump headline. It says, yes, I will take a one-time offer. And this is our OTO text. So this is where we can say, as a one-time special, check the box to add our tactical belt. I don't know what it's called. Tactical belt carrying case to your order. This not only protects your stun gun, but makes it easily accessible in a tight situation or something. I don't know, like something like that, right? And so basically the way it's going to look, there will be a little check mark, a little checkbox they can click that says like, yes, I will take it. And it's a one-time offer. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. Let's see. Let's save this. Click into this. So if I go step 2, this is what it's like right here. Okay, yes, I will take it. One-time offer. As a one-time special, check the box to add a tactical belt carrying case to your order. This not only protects blah, blah, blah. So we have all that lingo right there, right? Maybe I'll change this. Yes, I will take it. Let's do, yes, I want a tactical carry case too. Okay. What if I did something like that? Okay. Now we'll save it. So that gives us, again, a little bit of a bump order thing. And I don't think I guess I do my bump order portion of it when I define the product itself and the pricing, which we'll do in just a minute here. Okay, so that basically gives us our funnel right here. Let me show you how this is going to work. Okay, so again, if somebody comes in, put in my name, my email, phone number, Salt Lake City, Utah, and United States. Let's hit go to step 2. So again, if I can fill out this information and do not complete my order, they got this information that they can now use. Okay, now when I get here, again, I haven't put in the actual products yet, which is why you're seeing price of 0, and you're not seeing any price here at all. And I actually need to add that into my lingo and my text here. But it takes me to the second step. So let's go ahead and just edit that bump order really quick, and then I think we'll be good to go. So as a one-time special for only $5, okay? And we'll do that so that now when somebody gets to this portion right here, they go to step 2. See, now it says it's one-time special for only $5. Check the box to add our tactical belt carrying case to your order, okay? And that's where they saw the image of it here. Okay, is that cool? So now that we have that in place, we are going to now go to our upsell. Okay, we're going to keep our upsell very, very basic as well. And once we've defined our upsell stuff, create that page, when we've finished building out this little funnel here, then we'll actually go into to add in the actual products. So you'll see actual pricing and everything else, okay? Excuse me. So we're on upsell here. We do want upsell functionality, so don't just pick any page. You do need it to be right here as a one-click upsell. There is some coding that Clickfunnels has in the back end that makes it possible to offer an upsell where you have that full functionality where somebody can just click and buy, right? So let's try this one. I'm gonna try and customize it just a little bit here. And I may need to go see if I can find a cool image here, but we're basically going to have it be this, the key case pepper spray with quick release. I like police strength. See, they use police strength as opposed to military strength or whatever. 25 bursts at 10-foot range. They have a video here, but I have no idea how I can grab that video, so I may not be able to do that, but I'm sure I can find one somewhere. But this will basically be our upsell, okay? Again, we're keeping it super simple. Our goal in the upsell, if we can, is to actually make a little bit of money, okay? It can help offset what we pay on the front end to be able to get leads to begin with, to be able to get people that came through and purchased. So we're all done with that. Let's X out of there. So let's call this, I want to use some derivative of that, okay? And let's see. Well, let me do my background first here. I'll kind of keep the same sort of look and feel. Where did it go? There it is. Okay, and now we'll make this white so it pops a little bit better. And I don't think we need it quite as big as this, maybe 40. And then, okay, now there's a few little tweaks we can make to this to really, kind of stop people in their tracks, grab their attention, okay? So we're gonna say, wait, your order is not yet complete. Okay, and actually let's do this. Let's clone this. The second one, let's make this text just a little bit smaller. And this is just so that people can, at a quick glance, kind of unconsciously know where their eyes need to be. Like we need to kind of show a little bit of hierarchy of where their attention should be. Okay, let's remove that. I want to add a little bit of spacing right here, so let's do probably 30 on this one. So wait, your order is not yet complete. They do have, I think there's a little like loading thing. Maybe not, maybe it's a miscellaneous. Where is this? Input, billing, progress. Oh, progress bar, that's it. Okay. We can make it, they have some, like this animated one's kind of cool. I'd make it a little bit smaller, so you can do like 50. Oh wait, that's like how far people are through it. Okay, let's do sizes. Wow, that's small, huh? It's pretty large to me. I don't know. Whatever. So we'll bring it up here. Let's change this. I like red for this. It'd be sweet. It looks kind of cool, right? So like, wait, order's not yet complete. How else can we emphasize this? Okay, I think that's good. Oh yeah, better get this real quick. Get this SEO metadata. So this is going to be pepper spray one-time offer. I'm not really concerned about all this right now. They are good things. I'm not writing it off. It's just right now my focus is on just getting the minimum stuff done here. So self-defense products would be the company. Okay, so wait, your order is not yet complete. As a special one-time offer, get our, and this is where I'm going to change the wording a little bit, get our police strength key case pepper spray with quick release key ring, and then I think we'll incorporate this 25 burst thing somewhere else. Okay, so yeah, let's just go ahead and for only, and then we can, what was our pricing going to be on this? This is going to be $15. Okay. I'm going to tweak, let's see, I want to tweak the width of this just a little bit. I don't know, it's too narrow. I don't know. So sometimes I get too concerned about looking a certain way or whatever. Let's just do this. There we go. Okay. Special offer: get our police strength key case pepper spray with quick release key for only $15. Okay. Let's reduce the padding here at the top. And let's get rid of the padding here. So you have that right near the top. So I'll say like turn on your speakers to see the power of these little pepper spray keychains in action. ... Okay, something like that, right? We'll put a little asterisk there. And now I'll go to YouTube. Again, this is really scrappy. You know, as you go along, as you get more intentional and strategic about this, and when you get to the point where you are sourcing your own stuff, it probably makes sense then from a branding standpoint to show your own video. But for now, like, we can totally just go this route. This is why I carry OC spray and recommend you do too. I don't know if this is a channel I follow. I don't know if he's going to talk too much about it before. Okay, let's not do that right now then, because he's talking a little too much in front of that. Yes, means react to being pepper sprayed and tased. Pepper spray challenge self how to use pepper spray. Let's do power of pepper spray. Pharmacist sprays robber in face with pepper spray.
Well, now to our other top story.
This one could be
30
good.
miles north of Spokane in Deer Park, someone has been robbing pharmacies, and tonight Spokane County Sheriff's deputies say they have their man. Deputies arrested 24-year-old Aaron Miller on...
That's right, this is actually... This man's description is counter
I don't know if you can hear
since the
this
last
stuff,
robbery.
The deciding factor for me is I know how far away
Current.
The woman who always helps patients had lost her patience. You can see in the
Oh,
surveillance
see that? So
video
she sprayed them pretty
lets
good.
him
All right, that's perfect. Let's do this, okay? Let's go. I gotta get a picture of that right there again. Okay, so let's make this bigger so I can get a screenshot of that. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's come back into here. Was that like
pepper spray, but counter-assault bear deterrent. The woman who always helps patients had lost her patience. You can see in the surveillance video she lets him have it.
So we got a screenshot there. Then we're going to grab this URL. We'll go back into the funnel here. And this is where we're going to paste this YouTube video. Okay? We're going to paste it. Actually, you know what? Instead of making this technically a video, we're going to do this. This will be even better. Okay? This will be a video pop-up. Okay, what that means, I'll make this part bigger, but that means I can now show that specific image that I screenshotted, and when people click on it, then they'll be able to play it. We'll see if that works for us. Let's see. Okay, so there's our image. Still uploading, it's taking forever. And it probably would be better in the future to make sure that you downsize your files a little bit. This one is a little bit bigger, but hopefully it goes through so we can use it. Come on. There we go. Okay. So we got that in there. Let's see. The only downside to this is they don't give you a little like play icon on top of here. I guess I could take more time to show it, but that's a pretty dang good screenshot. Okay, so now in the video URL we have that. Alternate text would be check out how this lady protected herself with pepper spray. Okay, something like that. again, I guess technically this is not like the pepper spray I'm selling necessarily, but it's showing the power of pepper spray. So maybe I'll turn this on, change this. Trying speakers to see the power of pepper spray in defending yourself from burglars and thugs. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. And then let's just add one more line here. We'll say, click the image below to play the video. Okay. Got that. And if they click that, okay, and then we're going to change this button here so it says, like, again, one of the really cool things we can do in our button, instead of just saying like, yes, buy this, or like click to add to cart, like, well, actually, I guess because this is a one-click upsell, I don't want to be misleading. Like, I don't want to say like, yes, I want that, and people could click thinking that's going to take them to an order page, because this is the order page. If people click this button, they just bought it, right? So instead, I'm going to say, yes, I order this yes, order this pepper spray for the one-time price of $15 or something. Let's see if I can word that better. Yes, add this one-time price pepper spray to my order for only $15. Okay. And on this one, I don't care about this stuff because somebody actually already came through and purchased. So it's not as concerning, not as important to me. Let's pad this just a little bit. We'll get rid of this part here. So we're going to say yes, that's the yes option. And then we can include down below a no option. It says like, no, I don't want to protect myself from, burglars, muggers, or criminals. And that's basically the no option if they do not want to buy, right? Well, we're being a little bit edgy with it, but that's the goal that we have in mind here. Like when somebody clicks yes, they bought, and they are now like aware that they are taking an action, taking a step that's for their protection, versus the people that say no, don't want to protect themselves. Okay, so it's a little bit edgy, but it honestly is that's the kind of stuff that works really, really well. Now when we select this, we're going to click here, and I don't remember how I do this here. Let's see if this one's a yes link for OTO. Come on, click here. So set action. No link, don't buy, upsell. Okay, so maybe we do need to do this as a button then. So let me copy this. And we will create a little button, okay? And then maybe we'll make this, where did it go? Oh, undo hide. Oh, dang it. Yeah, you have functionality to hide some things. Is it right here? I didn't want to hide it. I misclicked there. Let's scroll down the bottom here. Something like that, okay? Let's actually make this a little bit smaller. Okay, And then because it's a button now, we have that functionality, set action and hit no link, don't buy, upsell. Okay. And just in case somebody, comes across this and for whatever reason they don't see this button, I can provide a text option as well. Now, you know what? Let's just leave it out for now. We'll keep it really simple. Okay. So yes, add this one-time price pepper spray to my order for only $15, or no, I don't want to protect myself from burglars, muggers, or criminals. Okay. And then there's another. How did they do this one then? Let's see. Oh, so it's no link. That's what it was. Okay. Well, you can do text then if you say no link. Okay. I'm actually going to really quickly change that. Just bear with me for 1 second. Because I want to put more emphasis on this one. I don't want to, put a ton of emphasis on the no option. No, I don't want to protect myself from burglars, muggers, or criminals. Let's underline it, link it, and we'll just say no dash link. Okay, and that's the functionality that Clickfunnels wants. Let's get rid of this now, and this must be like disclaimer stuff. We'll highlight this here real quick, and this part would be self-defense products. Okay, whatever it's going to be, right? And then if you have this, like actually uploaded terms and conditions and everything else. But here I could use this kind of section to highlight a few, images like this if I wanted, like showing this is how you hold it. This is the size, so it's small, but it's big enough like you can hold it confidently in your hand. They may have some other images down here. Quick release. They have some. See that police worldwide carry, all that kind of stuff. Oh, this is a cool little thing. And of course that's an image. So this shows like some of the heat index, I guess. Maybe we'll add that in here. Let's see if we can grab 3 of these images up here. So we have that one. It'll be good to have a static image, not just the video. Because the video itself was obviously not showing this specific product. Okay, let's grab this image too. Okay, and now you can see how my desktop gets this messy this fast. Okay, so we got a few images there. Now we'll come back in and we'll say check out how convenient and powerful this pepper spray really is, or something. I don't know. I'm not taking a ton of time to think through all this. Powerful, something like that. Okay, and then we'll replace each one of these with the image. Okay, so we'll come up here. Let's see, where are we? There's one. And then you can have text below each one of these that talks about, like, see how small this is, how convenient, anything else, right? Okay, we got that one. Let's make this a little bit smaller. Let's go image height of 200. That's 250 is good. Okay. So that's another one on the keychain there. And then 250 as well, so we can keep it consistent. And then we'll upload our last image in. Where this one is. There it is. Okay, so we got those 3 images in. Because this one is white, for consistency, it might actually be kind of nice to have a little, black border. So let's actually do a border around each one of these. Again, this is like little finesse things. They're not huge things you need to worry about, but we can say, I don't know what this image refers to. Is it just that it's small, nice, convenient? Oh, that's the little, oh, it detaches. Okay, gotcha. So, easy breakaway technology. Okay, and then we'll say convenient to carry on your key ring, on your keychain, and then say, I like this image because it kind of shows the little grip thing. I wonder if they have any copy about that. Talking about it's, maximum strength formula. Let's see. Let's do confident tactical grip for, let's say, hand fitting grip for, let's do hand fitting tactical grip for confident use, or something like that. Okay, so I think they have a little bit of copy in here. Let's see, easy breakaway technology. Quick release keyring provides access to spray when keys are in ignition or locks you just pull it away. So I like that copy, so I'll just bring that right in here. When I'm doing this stuff, by the way, this is not like when you're in high school and there's issues with like plagiarism and stuff. You don't have issues with things like that in here. This is just, copy in Amazon. Like, you could have an issue if you're doing this and you're copying somebody's sales letter, like word for word. That may be an issue. I don't know. But like, this stuff is not an issue at all. It's fine for me to just grab any of this stuff and be good to go. And ultimately, these guys shouldn't even care, because like, when people buy a taser from me, I'm buying this from them, so they're still making money. So it's their great copy, hard at work, right? So convenient to carry on your keychain. They don't have anything about that, so our keychain functionality provides convenient carrying options to have your pepper spray on your car keys, home keys, office key, or wherever you have keys with you. I don't know. Is this 120? I think this is 18. Okay, let's grab them back here. Again, just quick, consistent look and feel. Okay, hand fitting tactical grip for confident use. Let's go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So we can say our pepper spray is designed to perfectly fit the contour of the palm of your hand, to ensure you have confident grip of the pepper spray in the moment you need it most. Okay. Let me add a couple more dots. Okay, so something like that, and then maybe as a last point, oh, I gotta change this to black. Okay, maybe as a last point, I can clone that, and then down here we can have this little, this other graphic that we saw. Okay, I know I'm taking a little bit more time here, but this is a pretty cool thing I saw. So, dog attacks, bear attacks, major capsicums are the true measure of heat. I don't really understand all this stuff, but you could say, see just how strong the pepper oil is in our pepper spray protection products. I don't know, something like that, okay? And then below that we can have an image. And if I can go find this one. I don't remember what it was. This is 9, okay. Let's go find, it's right there. Okay, so I mean, this is cool stuff. I don't really understand all this, entirely. But again, this is just as a quick example for you guys as we're building out this entire funnel, so you guys can see, what this process looks like. Like, yes, this does take some time, as I'm building this all out in real time with you. It does take time, but this is the better, much faster approach to go. And it's a safer, approach that will help you to be able to, put an offer out there, and again, be able to validate that the product is good and that people really want it, and then be able to, later on actually, work out distribution, all that kind of stuff. So we have that product there now. Okay. That is our upsell. Oh, there's one other thing I did want to include in here. Forgot, sorry. Right at the page here, you have this video and this one-time offer. This is the button where somebody can buy. I want to duplicate this and bring this down here as well, so that if somebody comes, and scrolls down through all this other stuff, when they get to here, they'll again see that same button. There'll be just another place for them to buy. Okay, pretty straightforward. So if they buy it, if they click here, they just bought the upsell for $15. If not, and they click no, they'll just go right to the thank you confirmation page, thanking them for buying the first thing that they bought. Okay, so we have our opt-in, which again is right here. It's selling our taser, and then we're now putting up a upsell for pepper spray, and then lastly will be our thank you. Now, one quick principle thing I want you guys to remember when you build out a funnel like this. The only exception to this is probably going to be supplements, right? Like in the world of supplements, for whatever reason, if I'm selling a supplement and I have like one bottle somebody can buy here, for whatever reason, when I sell this bottle as an upsell, I can offer more of that same product, and people buy it. People buy it like crazy, and usually that's because they're buying more of the stuff that they're super interested in at a quantity discount, right? That's why they're interested in that. The only exception to that is, that is the only exception. Everywhere else, when people come through a funnel, because I just sold them a taser here, if you think through this, the tasers that I'm offering here they're not like a police taser, like where you're shooting out, little prongs that are going to reach out to somebody. These are like a little handheld stun gun. I shouldn't be calling it a taser. It's a stun gun. These are a handheld stun gun. So I have to be right next to somebody to zap them to, protect myself. And so there's a little bit of differentiation here. And I could even incorporate it into some of my copy and my upsell. Like, this protects them, if they're right in person. But one of the key things you want to do in the funnel is, if somebody just bought this, they just now scratch that itch where they feel like they're protected if somebody, was right up against them and they could zap them with a stun gun, right? So we've just scratched that itch for them. So we need to make sure that our upsell is not that same thing. Like, because they just scratched this itch, like, we can't come over here and now sell something that already scratches that itch, if that makes sense. Like, when they bought this, now we need to sell something that's different. Like, so the stun gun, like we talked about, like, this is perfect to drop an attacker to their knees who's right there in your face in person. Okay, and if we go to step 2, we can now say, but like, what about if, you're trying to stop somebody who's 10, 15, 20 feet away? Well, that's why you should buy this product, because it satisfies this other different need, if that makes sense, right? Like, I could apply the same idea if somebody comes through and says, hey, I want to buy your course on, getting a 6-pack, right? And they're going to buy my course right over here. I don't want to now, after selling them this course, come into an upsell and say, hey, buy this ab crunching gear or something, because they already feel like they scratched this itch of, well, I bought this, so I got a 6-pack, right? They obviously don't, but because they bought that, they feel like they already scratched that itch. So maybe it's like, hey, like, what I sold you here will really help with that, but now coming over here, like, as an upsell, like, what about your energy? Like, are you struggling to have energy in the day? Are you struggling to even get to the gym where you could do your workouts that we're going to teach you? If that's the case, like, here's a supplement you need or something, right? So you want to make sure that your main offer and then your subsequent upsells or whatever are satisfying different needs, instead of trying to satisfy the same need that somebody will have already accomplished from your first step, if that makes sense. So again, somebody comes here and they buy a taser or a stun gun from me, and that protects them, if somebody's right on top of them. And then here, this pepper spray will protect them if, somebody's 10 feet away or something like that, okay? So just want to make sure you understand that little distinction there. So we have this step right here to sell the stun gun. We have this step to sell the pepper spray. And then finally, we need our actual thank you confirmation page, okay? I'll just say thank you for ordering, okay? And you want to have this because this gives some finality to people's experience when they're coming through and buying. If you don't have this, like, you will have upset people because they feel confused. They feel like they don't know if their order just went through. They feel like they just got scammed. So you really, really want to have some type of thank you page, okay? Some type of thing out there so that you can provide them closure. That's what they need when they're going through this. They need closure, okay? So we'll go ahead. I just picked a basic one here. And when it finally loads, okay, it's really basic. Again, we'll kind of just come in here at the top, and what do we call it? It was self-defense products. And I think we used this one. Make it white again. Let me change the background back to our military one. Again, you don't have to do the same background on every single one of these, but one of the reasons I'm doing some of that is I'm creating like a little brand consistency. Like, people, as they go through my funnel, where my thing went, as they go through my funnel, they are seeing consistent imagery, so it feels, consistent. There's no like huge red flags that pop up out of nowhere where they are confused, not knowing like, hey, why am I at this site? Like, everything feels and looks the same, so it does feel like an actual sequential step through process. And that just gives them a little bit of security so that they can continue coming through the funnel to buy from me, and all will be well. So let's change. I don't want this background thing here. Okay. We're going to say thank you for taking your personal protection seriously. Okay. Something like that. I want to widen this just a little bit. I don't really like having that border. Let's get rid of that. So you can do that in advanced here. No border. Now, the thing I want to do here, if you can, I always want to have people taking some kind of action, even on a thank you page here. And so, one of the really cool things we can do is, after they've come through and you're now thanking them, like, why not give them the opportunity to refer their friends or their family? Like, so we'll say, like, thank you for your thank you for taking your personal protection seriously. Do you have other friends or family who could use these same life-saving products in their life? Something like that. Again, I'm not thinking a ton through this, but now we have the option here, if we go to miscellaneous, where we can do a little social share, right? People can click and share this funnel. Now, one of the really cool things that I'll do with this when this is up and live, like if I'm running Facebook ads into this as an example, I will set this up so that the URL that people are going to share will actually be the starting point of this funnel, right? Or you could even have that people share the actual Facebook, like you can grab the URL for your Facebook ad that you're running, and if you get people to share that Facebook ad when you are paying money into Facebook to get that ad out in front of people, if people are sharing it on top of that, all the sharing that happens is completely free traffic. So if I go out and I share that Facebook post and people look at it and everything, that's all free on top of like what I'm already paying for. So it's just a really, really great functionality to include there. And maybe I'll even, leave in here a Facebook comments thing, where I can add in, we'll add in a little text thing here. And this isn't something you have to do, but, where we could come in, let me just edit this really quick. I don't really like this padding too much. Okay. And you could comment, comment something in here or try and get people's comments around something, so like say like, let us know what you think of our, protection products or something. There's probably a better thing I could ask for there, but I'm not really thinking through, much of it right now. Just trying to get something, up and done here for you guys really quick. So copyright your company. This would again be the self-defense products. Okay. So they finally got to the thank you page. Shows the logo, shows the thank you. Like, do you have somebody who could use these same life-saving products in their life? Share this site with them using our social media links below. Okay, let me just adjust the size of this really quick. There we go. Okay. Something like that, and then they have the opportunity to click. And when I click in here, then I can go in and I can actually customize what the URL is going to be, what the title should be for Twitter, and what the username, and it will scrape through all that. It doesn't specify anything here for Google because Google is actually going to grab whatever is here in our SEO metadata, which is just like, thank you for taking your protection seriously. Okay, and then we'll just call this self-defense products and self-defense products. Okay, so it's again very, very basic, but that's our functionality of the funnel itself. Okay, so now that we have all those three pages, we have the first page, which is selling our taser, the second page, which is our upsell, where somebody can buy our pepper spray. And then third, when they finish their buying process and they get to a thank you, we now need to come in here and actually define our products. Now in this example, this is very, very easy to do because, first to do it, we're going to click on the order page. That's where we click to define the product. It's very easy to do because these are one-time purchase products. If you are trying to create a product that is more complex, like somebody's going to go in and they'll pay $1 for a 7-day trial of your course, and if they don't cancel within 7 days, then you charge them $100 a month or something like that. Those are more complex, and I'd recommend going to ClickFunnels support, or if you go to docs.clickfunnels.com, which is just right here, docs.clickfunnels.com. Highly recommend it. It's a super underutilized resource. You just type in how to create a subscription. Just type in subscription and see what pops up here. Setting up a subscription product with Recurly. How to set up a free trial subscription in ClickFunnels. And so they have all these different options here. And you can go through that and figure out that kind of stuff. But for us here, we're going to keep it very basic. So we're basically going to have on the opt-in page here, we click on products, and these are all going to be, again, one-time purchase. They're just buying the product from me. Okay. So we're going to hit add product, and right here this name field is going to be the name of the product. Now, one of the things that I want to do in this funnel, and I mentioned this when I was walking through the funnel, as you start to sell and you are calling up people who didn't buy and finding out why they didn't buy, I've found out that a lot of people don't buy because they actually want to talk to a friend or a colleague or member of their family to see if they should order one for them as well. And I had people who didn't buy because I only sold one, only had one available for them to buy, and they wanted multiple. So for any reason, I have basically found out that I want to offer multiple quantity of these products that people can buy in, and I actually build this out into the name of it. So in this example, I'm just going to do 1x of the product, so it's just one of them. I'll do one of them, 2 of them, 4 of them, 6 of them, and 10 of them. I've just found those are numbers that are really good. And you might be saying to yourself, holy mac, 10 of those, who's going to buy 10? There is every once in a while somebody who buys 10. Okay, I'm just trust me on it. It happens, and if you don't even put out the option of 10, then it obviously won't be possible for somebody to do that, right? So I'm going to say 1x, and this first product again is our stun gun, right? So 1x military grade stun gun. Okay. And we're going to copy that. My billing integration is Stripe. You can use whatever you like. I use Stripe or Braintree, but these are the default ones that I've had linked to my account. There are other ones you can link, and then I'm going to put in my amount. Now, again, in this example, this one is going to be $15. Okay, amount currency is US dollars. Now, this one's going to say what do you want this to look like? Would you like to customize the price display on your order forms? What do you want the price to display as? So I'll say $15. Okay. And then it said, should this product be the bump on the order page? I'm not going to check that because the bump order is going to be my $5 offer for a carry case. Okay. And then this is a one-time product, so it's not subscription, so I don't need to worry about that. In product description, this is going to be, like it says right here, it's going to be what shows up on their credit card statement. So, most often this is a company name, so I'm just going to say, self-defense products, okay? And within here, that's just in settings. In fulfillment, this is a little area where you can have a specific email that goes out to people, when they purchase, that can function as a receipt if you wanted that to happen. And you could define this for each product. So you could say, thank you for ordering one stun gun, right? And then you can say, thank you for your purchase. This is your receipt for ordering one stun gun. Okay, and then you say military grade stun gun, and we could say it was $15, whatever you want to do there. You don't have to do something like this, and if you don't want this as part of your funnel, all you need to do is delete the subject out all the way, delete out all the HTML body, and leave it like that. And when it's blank, it will not try and deliver anything. Okay. Now, if you do want something, you need to fill out this information. Then you need to go to email integration and pick which integration you're going to use, and a separate discussion of how to set those up. If you're going to deal with shipping the products themselves, like yourself, the integrations that ClickFunnels has by default are Kanaki and Disk Delivered. Again, in my case, people are going to buy this from me, and then I'm going to buy it on Amazon and ship it out, and that's what I'd recommend. And then lastly, you can decide whether or not this product is commissionable, which just means, when I create this product, can I set it up such that, somebody could sell it on behalf of me and make some money. For now, I'm going to keep it really, really basic and just mark no. Okay, so I go through all those. I fill out the settings. I've removed everything in fulfillment email. Didn't do anything here because I'm not delivering email. Shipping's not relevant to me. And I removed the product commission and hit create product. Okay, so that's one that I have now. Now I need to add a product. Because again, I'm going to have 1, 2, 4, 6, and 10 as my product options. Okay, so when this loads up, I'll paste this, and this time I'll just say 2, and I'll add an S, and let me copy that. Okay. And again, same thing, Stripe. If they're ordering 2, I'm going to keep this at the same rate. You obviously could do a quantity discount if you wanted to. Now, one cool thing you could do, if you're going to do a quantity discount, let's say, if somebody orders 2 products, maybe you take $1 off of each and it's $28 or something like that. In the name, you can come into the name and you could say, 15% off, or like in the name is where you can kind of add a descriptor that helps show people, like which one is my best value, like how much am I getting off, by buying 2 instead of 1, that kind of stuff. But for now, for this, I'm just keeping it really, really straightforward. Like they can buy 1 at 15, they can buy 2 at 30, and so on and so forth, right? So $30. Again, this is not a bump order, it's a one-time product, and I want this to be self-defense products. Okay, fulfillment email, I'm getting rid of that, getting rid of this. Email integration doesn't matter, shipping doesn't matter, and affiliates, I do not want this one commissionable. Okay, so you guys are getting the deal with this here. So the next one is going to be 4 stun guns. Okay, billing integration is Stripe. 4 times 15 is $60. And again, we want this to look like 60. One-time product, self-defense products. I'm going through this really quickly to try and show you, but make sure that you take enough time that you're doing this right. Shipping, affiliates. Okay, and again, normally I would recommend actually going through and writing out, let's see, 6 times 15. What is that, 30? I can't think. Hold on a sec. Calculate 6 times 15, $90. Okay. Normally, I would recommend having a confirmation email that people are going to get, specific to their order. But for now, just to keep it really simple, I'm skipping that stuff. One-time product, self-defense products. And then, see, I almost skipped past it, right? I don't want this. Don't want that. Okay, good. So we have 1, 2, 4, 6, and then last is 10. I can do the math on 10. That's nice and easy. So 10, make it Stripe. So it's 150. Again, that may sound like a crazy huge pie in the sky thing, but it does happen. Okay, it really does. If you put that option out there available for people. Okay, let's remove all that. Affiliates, not commissionable. Let's see if I did everything right. 1, 2, 4, 6, and 10. Okay, I also need to add in, after I've done those, I need to add in my bump order offer, which again is that tactical belt carry case. Same deal, it's going to be Stripe. This one is going to be $5. Okay. And yes, this is my bump order. It's one time. Okay, same thing. I don't want all that. Not make it commissionable. And in here as well is where I need to, I'm pretty sure, because I can't do it in the OTO. Maybe I can. Oh, I do add OTO. This is where I'm going to add in, on the OTO page is where I'll add in the actual, like defining the product that's on the OTO. Okay, so my OTO is going to be keychain pepper spray. That's what we called it, right? Key case pepper spray with quick release keychain. We'll just call it keychain pepper spray. Nice and easy. Stripe. This one's 15 as well. 15. This is a one-time product, and then same thing. Self-defense products. Okay. Fulfillment email. Let's get rid of that. I don't care about those. I don't want a commissionable right now. Okay, so we have them all there. So we have, this is our upsell, and then on this step, these are, I click on products here. These are our products people can pick, can select, right? They want 1, 2, 4, 6, or 10, and they can get the case along with it. Now I know this is a technical thing that, like, yes, if somebody came through right now in this functionality, if somebody came through and said, I want 4 stun guns, and then they said yes to the tactical carry case, they're only paying $5 for it, and they're going to get 4. I don't want to make things really complex and try and have things match up where it's like, if you wanted 4 stun guns, then you need to have $5 for each and add 20. Like, I'm just keeping it really basic. So I'll make $5 on this if somebody buys 1 stun versus 10 stun guns. They're going to get all 10 carrying cases if they buy 10 stun guns. But so it's not like that complex. I'm not that concerned, that worried about it. It's going to work for me with where I'm at right now. So that is having those products available in there. Now you can see I'll show you this really quick. If I click onto another page here, I get this error message that says finish setting up all funnel steps to use funnel. By default, when I create products, it creates thank you pages for each individual product. See all these thank you pages right here? It's kind of annoying, but you'll need to remove these thank you pages unless you wanted a specific thank you page for every single product. And really the way to do that is you click into each one, and it's going to take a second here. And then it basically starts here and says like what do you want the page to look like. I'll just click to add a page. Okay, now it says add to funnel. I'm actually just going to delete funnel step. Okay, I don't know why it does this, but you'll find out this funnel will not work until you go through each one of these pages and remove them. Okay, so I'll just click through here again. I'm okay having like a catch-all thank you page, because people are going to get an email that I'd write outside of this. They'll get an email that will thank them for purchasing, and for me that's sufficient enough. I don't need all this complexity in having a specific thank you page. And there may be logic in another scenario in another type of funnel to have a thank you page specific for each product. If I'm selling totally different products and maybe I want to take them to a next step. But in this case where I'm trying to keep it really simple, I don't need to add 5, 6 different types of thank you pages for each step. So bear with me for just a couple seconds longer here while I finish deleting these out. Almost there. Now I know this is probably a longer video for you guys to be watching, but one of the reasons I'm showing this entire process is when I very first started and was trying to learn ClickFunnels and everything. I started when ClickFunnels was brand new, so there weren't really very many people to learn from. I'm very much self-taught in just about all this. But for the things that I did, try and follow along from somebody else, it always felt to me like, I'd find a video and be watching and trying to learn, and I always felt like somebody just gave a piece of what I needed to know. I never, got the whole scoop of what I needed, and so I always felt like I was missing stuff, and I'm like, wow, I just wish some people would just walk through the entire process. And so that's kind of why I'm trying to do this here for you guys, so you can see that entire process. So you now see this green light, funnel step was successfully destroyed. If I click on one of these pages, I now no longer get that error message, which is good, which means this funnel is good to go. Obviously the other thing I would probably do, in prepping this funnel to actually be live and run ads and everything, would be actually moving it onto my own custom domain. As you can see right now, it's just on my instance of Clickfunnels. I have made another video that you can go out and find where I walk through how to do that. I'm not going to include that in this video, but I have made one. If you just search, how to set up your custom domain with Clickfunnels, you'll find it there. But this gives us our 3 steps, right? This first step, again, I'll show you it real quick here. This first step right here is where somebody can come through and they can buy the taser, right? They complete their info. And let me show you this actually really quick here. So if I just, let's see. So I go to step 2. It takes me here, and now you can see this is actually, propagating and showing my products. I can get 1 stun gun for 15. I can get 2 for 30. I can get 4 for 60. I can get 6 for 90, or 10 for 150. I put in my credit card info, and I can take this upsell if I want. If I click this right here, then it adds it to my order. If I deselect it, it removes it, okay? And then I can complete the order, okay? Now, because that's live, I'm gonna show you really quickly how to test this funnel to make sure it all works properly, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I first need to go into my Stripe account. And what I basically need to do inside of Stripe, I need to turn my testing on. So view test data, I need to turn on. Okay. Now I come back to the funnel and I go to settings. And if I scroll down here, right here, test mode for Stripe, Braintree, PayPal, Blue Snap, I'm going to click this to turn it on. And then I need to scroll down to the bottom and hit save. If I just turn this on and don't save, this will not work for me, okay? So scroll to the bottom after that, hit save and update settings. And now I can see right here, warning, test mode enabled for funnel, Stripe, Braintree use test cards only. Okay, so now this is ready to test. Okay, so I'm going to right click on here. You can right click, or you can, I think it's hold control on a Mac. I'll open link in incognito window. I need to do this so that I'm in a separate window that I can test this. Okay, let's see. And this is my separate window here. And you can see right across the top here, it says warning, test mode enabled for funnel with Stripe. Use test card. And let me copy this really quickly here. Okay, and I'm going to go through the same thing, right? So Jeremy Atkinson. I use these unique identifiers in my email. With a Gmail account, you can do, after your main part, if you do plus anything, that will make it unique. Okay, so I'm going to put in my phone number, 123 Easy Street, United States. So I get to step 2, and this is where I can pick my products. So maybe I want 4 stun guns, and maybe, yes, I do want, this upsell. Here in this credit card number, this is where I'm going to paste this number that I copied. Okay, I'm going to paste this in. For your security code, you can put in any 3 digits, so like 778 or something, and then all you need to do is make sure your expiry month and year are in the future. Okay, so I'll do like April of 2020. Okay, that's all good, and hopefully this goes forward and works for us. So hit submit. And it now took us to our upsell page. So what I just did just completed that order, and now we're to our upsell page, which says, wait, your order is not yet complete. As a special one-time offer, get our police strength key case pepper spray with quick release key for only $15, blah, 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 blah. I can click on here to play the video. and it works just like that. I guess I never I never pasted in our sweet video. I'll have to go in and fix that. I pasted in a wrong one, I guess. But when you click that, it will paste in the video, and you can see I can now pick yes, I want to buy, or no, I don't. I can see more points around the benefit of the pepper spray. I can read about the the heat index and everything else. I can click again to order. So if I click to order, it says working. And now it takes me to my thank you page. Like, thanks for taking personal protection seriously, blah, blah, blah. Again, I never actually embedded in my info here, but this is where somebody could now click in here and share it. Or they can come in here and comment and share whatever they want. All these comments right here are default ones. You can get rid of that by actually pasting in your Facebook ID into this little widget here. But this basically takes me to my thank you page. So I came through and I bought. And now when I go back into Stripe, let me refresh this really quickly here. When I'm viewing test data, I can now see like, oh, today I bought $80. And I can see that that actually occurred in my test right there. Okay. So that's how I can see that this order actually just went through correctly in test. Now to turn it off, I want to turn this off right here and then go back into Clickfunnels, click on my settings, scroll down here, hit off, and then scroll all the way to the bottom and hit save and update. Again, if you don't save and update, it will not work. And if you end up running ads into your funnel while it's in test mode, orders will not go through because it's set so the functionality will only accept tests. It will not accept real purchases. So make sure when you're done testing, you turn that off. Okay. And so yeah, I'll have a couple little errors, little things I need to fix, but this is basically the gist of it, guys. I mean, I really hope you've found this, this video valuable. You've been able to see pretty much every step of the funnel. So that is, our opt-in page right there. I call it an opt-in page. It's our order page. It's where somebody can first order our stun guns. This is the second page where they can click through and order our pepper spray. And then this is our third page, which again is just a basic thank you. So, again, if there's anything I can reiterate and encourage for you guys, when you're building this out, this did take some time, for me to build out, but this is actually pretty straightforward, pretty basic. I haven't spent hours and hours, weeks or months on this, and the funnel itself is fairly basic. Like, we have our first order page, we have our first upsell, and then we have a thank you page. Like, keep it simple. Okay, this is simple right here. And again, the goal of all this right now is to validate the product. When I can see people coming through and buying, at some threshold that I may personally consider to be significant, when I can see people buying, that can help me to see that, yeah, this actually is a good funnel. This could be really valuable. People could, really like this, long term. And so that can help you realize hey, this is a great opportunity. Now I'll go through and take the time to source the product properly in China or something like that, where I can now get, products like this for really, really cheap and actually make some good money, running, ads and traffic into my funnel. So at any rate, hope this helped you guys out. And I would love to, hear back from you guys, what type of funnels you build and how those funnels work for you. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great one.